What's good, y'all, and welcome back to another good old TV commentary recap, all that good old stuff with your girl Ash. That is I, that is me. If you're new here, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. Sit back, relax. Let's get to chopping it up real quick. Go ahead and start commenting at the bottom so we can start chatting it up. I love to chat with y'all. To my oldies but goodies, what's up, my TV besties? I hope y'all are good. We're back here with another one, another one. Who reckons I think I'm spending? I have no idea. But y'all, like this video if you enjoy it. Definitely hit that like button. That really helps, y'all. That really helps me and supporting of me and my channel. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Catch a couple of other videos. Stick around. See if you like a girl a little bit. See if you want to join in on this good old family that we got going on here. So I consider y'all my TV besties, and basically we just come here, if not every week, every other week, something like that, to chop it up on what's been going on our favorite episodes. So, like I said, Teen Mom, I think we're like up to episode 13 on Teen Mom Next Chapter. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. First off, every time I try to speak good of Brianna and her relationships, she lets me know that basically I don't need to give her no hope. I don't need to give her, I don't need to give her no credit. I'm sorry, Brianna, but girl, I know in TV time, this is a week in real life, in TV time, this is just a week. But in real life, it sounds like some time has spanned out. But y'all, Brianna is yet again out of another freaking relationship. Like, girl. And it's so crazy because now I'm feeling like I should have just stuck to what I said not the last video, but the last video prior to, when, was that the last video? No, I do believe that was like two videos ago. And I was talking about, it was just when she had just first moved in and the boyfriend had came over, and I was just like, with her just getting into this new space, and I was back and forth on whether this would really work, with her trying to, find herself living alone without her mom, without her sister, like she just now has a new dynamic and a new thing. Like, she's never lived alone, let alone lived alone with boyfriends. So just for them to end up breaking up. Now, here's what's the thing. Apparently, though, she needed a break, and then she needed a break. But apparently during that break, she still expected to have some form of communication with him, just not on a commitment level. Like, you don't, like, the expectation is not there that he has to hit you up, that you have to hit him up, bye. She needed space. Now, she very well might have clarified these things, but just from the sounds of it, she didn't. And so she's just like, I expected him to still reach out, to still check up on me, whatever. On a courtesy side, I get it. I can understand, like, the least you could have did was, at least, but at the same time, men don't think how we do. One, they can't read our brains, just like we can't read their minds. And if we have an expectation, or if there's something that we want out of a situation or whatever, if we don't speak it, we cannot be upset or mad when they don't show up and don't do the things that we want, because we're thinking, oh, but this is what we would expect, so we're thinking that that's what they would expect too. We're like, here, we're nowhere near here on how we think. We're nowhere near here on, like, how we think. We are always, like, going to be missing each other because, one, I don't think some of us bother to really sit and really understand each other. Men talk about how they're so simple, and it seems like us as women, either we don't understand how simple they are, or we just still choose to still try to make things more complicated than what it is. So they didn't speak a whole lot in that time frame. She's feeling like basically they both aren't putting enough effort into the relationship, and basically the end of it, she's not happy in this relationship. And so I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to understand what the space was for her that she needed, because in a way it sounded like, because she was saying that she was depressed, whatever. So it sounded like she might have been having an episode or whatever, whatnot. That's just the word that I'll use for it. So going through with her being diagnosed, well, I think she is bipolar, but I think they said it was bipolar depression or something like that. So we're just gonna call those things that when she goes through, we're just gonna call them episodes. So I'm trying to figure out whether she was having an episode or whether she just needed space and trying to figure out where they were as far as like their relationship, where she's at with just moving into her own space. Like, maybe it was a bit of both. Maybe it was just a bit of, her having that episode and her wanting him to show up in a way, and he didn't. But at the same time, I am not even don't want to fault him, because I'm like, if you did not make that clear that this is something that you expected from him, then nah, boo, you got to give him a little bit. You got to give him a little bit of grace. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe that might have been clear. Maybe that might have been put out there. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, y'all definitely let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Brianna in relationship, like, you should just need to be alone for a while and just really dig and do like some self-work, because let's be honest, I mean, some people are able really to do that work in a relationship, and some people really just need to take that time out for themselves. For example, Caitlin and Tyler have really been on a journey of self-healing and, just healing from their traumas as they've been in their relationship. And yes, whether they had a breakup, got back together, whatever, either way, whatever they chose to do is still worked for their relationship. And so Tyler's really starting to go through, where he's having insomnia really bad, and he's noticing that some of his like sexual abuse trauma is like coming up, especially because Nova is getting to the age of when he was started to be sexually abused. And his counsel, I'll call it his therapy, what's called that therapy session, the virtual, was like very intense. That is one thing about it. They will really have you going deep, and for a second he really didn't think that he could even go that deep, but he was able to talk through it and talk through the feelings and why he felt like he wasn't even able to go there. Like, y'all know, when it comes to that journey and healing, I'm an advocate. I'm all for it. He even talked about getting the, what's it called again? The traumatic ketamine. That ketamine therapy, that he did before. He's thinking about, I guess, maybe making it like an actual trip that's gonna last like over a couple of days. But I'm definitely curious to see what that experience is like and what that's gonna look like for him. So moving on, y'all, because who really that we really want to talk about. So we talked about Caitlin and Tyler mainly with his healing journey, Brianna and her breakups. Oh, Amelia and Amber. That was really it, y'all. That's really it. But of course, y'all, anything that I don't talk about is still open for discussion. I really just like to try to get shorter videos out for y'all. And then of course, anything else y'all want to talk about, we can chop it up down here in the comments. So, and lastly, talking about Amber here and her trip to California to see, James. So what we didn't talk about last week, because I was focused on other things, was Amber had basically decided that she was going to extend the olive branch basically for them to spend together, James, Andrew, and her to spend time together as a family in one quarters, which was her Airbnb, just spend time, co-parent, show something, positive, and show that they can, I guess, like, get along, for baby James. Immediately, Gary was just like, Gary was not with the shits. He does not trust Andrew, which I can. I'm with Gary. Even though I was just like, don't go so hard on her, Gary. At the same time, I can understand kind of like where Gary's coming from. But I do understand where Amber's coming from, where she's like, I just want to be positive. I just want to keep things positive about the situation. Here's my thing. I'm gonna keep things positive. I can keep things positive, but the way you just did me and threw me under the bus, basically, in a way, so to speak, just took and ran across the country with my child. My niceness is only and positivity is only going to go but so far. It's certain things that we just got to grow to, and I just don't believe that you deserve to even be in my space with me and my child when this is all that's happening going on. He cannot be trusted, if you ask me. I don't feel like she need to be anywhere with him alone. The cameras couldn't be there, so it's just y'all. But Andrew didn't stand by none of it, no way. When she came back home and told Gary and the rest of the family about her trip, which Leah was disappointed, which I would have thought, like the way that everybody was affected with how the case went with him and the custody, you would have thought that she would have made sure that she included, called Leah, whatever, at least for Leah, to be able to see him. But I get it. Maybe in that moment she was just so engrossed in having, James, there and there with her that, that just really wasn't like, I guess, really like in the forefront. But I think this is what I feel can give Leah a hang up, because it's always just like don't forget about Leah, even in just like the littlest little moments. Don't be forgetting about Leah. So nonetheless, Amber basically said that he didn't stick around like the first day, the second day, third day, whatever it was. Even when he did stay, cook breakfast, he did not communicate with her at all. And it was like, I get it. You want to have the same type of relationship that, you have with Gary and his wife. But think about how y'all had to work up to that. I think things are definitely just too fresh for her going in with this, thinking that this is something that they were going to be able to do off time. Like, yeah, pushing Amber, pushing. I think, yeah, I think it's one, he don't deserve to be in your space as far as I'm concerned, the way he has treated you. And y'all can there's still ways to keep things positive and keep things cool and keep things cordial. But yeah, work up to that. No, y'all not there yet. Work up to that. Nonetheless, though, I wish them the best, because I do not trust Andrew. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. I'm with Gary. Like, don't let him have no phone. Don't let him be recording you. Just nothing. After he already got you in a vulnerable moment and basically used that against you, I don't know how, if I would be that so at ease to be around him like that so soon. It's been years. It's been years, y'all. It's clearly been years, but it's just like, and then just like he tore your house up, left you with, it's just like, girl, no. You giving that man grace, and as far as I'm concerned, he don't deserve the grace right now. So y'all, I done yapped y'all heads up enough. Please don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. As always, it's always good talking to y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one.